All right, guys, welcome to this series of BrewDub Garage Talks. I'm here with my Boombatz family. More importantly, my brothers right here. We've known each other for quite a while. We'll tell you about the Boombatz, why we became Boombatz. But we're basically, what, 3 Italians from New England and an Irishman from Jersey.
We're always going to have the Irishman.
Yeah, you got to have an Irishman. Right. Tony, Jimmy, Daniel, thanks you guys for joining me.
Absolutely.
And so, guys, how do we become Boombatz? Who wants to share the story?
63 Imperial.
That's it.
I found a 63 Imperial. Well, I was on Craigslist looking in the Tampa area.
On my list?
I was on Craigslist, and they had a 63 Imperial that came up, and you know, we'd never gone all together once to go grab a car. And I was like, hey, does anybody want to go get this car? And you guys were like, yeah, fuck it, we'll go.
Yeah.
And we stopped at, and I don't even know if it's there anymore, but
It's still there.
Tiffany's. Breakfast at Tiffany's or whatever it's called.
Tiffany's, that's what it was.
And we went in there, and
yeah.
I want to say one of the foods was called Boombatz, right?
It was.
Yes, we got a Boombatz sandwich.
Yeah.
Boombatz.
And then that was it, man. It's
Boombatz breakfast, maybe sandwich. Maybe it was breakfast, I don't know.
I would say from then going forward, it was all downhill, man. We were just, every weekend was.
And we all ordered the Boombatz, yeah. We all ordered the Boombatz meal.
That's when you guys started buying shitty cars.
Yeah, and it's gone downhill.
That's pretty much it.
I say it's gone downhill, but we've continued.
Yeah.
It's gotten so much worse. With my last purchase.
You would think they would get better, but
yeah,
it's just getting worse.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's just what we do. But
that's the whole episode, guys. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. But actually, that's funny because it brings up to a good topic because what's it? 2024. What kind of purchases or sales or what big things have we done? Anyone care to share? Tony, what have you done in 2024?
I think
I lost my list for Tony.
Yeah,
is it really?
Yeah, dude, I got nothing
right now. It is for this year.
Yeah, you guys probably I would say.
Yeah.
So I've been behind because
you've had
toys.
You've had Nutella. You had the thing,
the high top,
the thing with that stupid paint job.
Yeah.
You had the high top.
Yeah.
You had
the Warbird.
The Warbird. And you had the bus that you never wanted to get rid of or should have got rid of.
Well, that was well, that
was a while back.
Yeah.
That was a while back, but we still like to throw that one in.
Yeah.
When did we,
but all the rest of it's 2024 though.
When did we get all the shit boxes?
2023.
Oh, that was the one from Robbie. That
we
you guys went and got.
We went and we came back with 5 different Volkswagens that day. No, wait, was it more than that?
It was more than that.
It was more than that because
you had 5, and then he brought it.
You had 5. Craig had 3. I had 1.
I'm a
right. You had
well, I initially had 2. Remember the Beetle, the 73 Beetle? I said I don't want any more, and he took it.
You initially had 2, but then you ended up with 3.
And then apparently I had a purple one at some point we don't know about.
Remember that one?
The purple one that I can't remember.
Yeah, right.
They had the crushed velvet interior.
Yeah.
That nobody else remembers.
Yeah. The only one I remember was the black convertible.
The one that had the
one with the big motor.
Yeah.
One
that
Rebecca owned it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the redhead that caught fire.
Oh, maybe.
Man, but anyway. Yeah, so that's
Dave Perry had it, right?
Oh shit.
That was the one Dave Perry had.
I'm trying to think. So what did I have 2024? So
syphilis.
Well, at least that's over with. But I'm trying to think. So what did I have?
But you're a Volkswagen, so you're still burning.
You had 71. You had 71. You had the square. You had the tomato car. Was that this year?
No. So that was last year. So the 74 Super was last year. That ran good.
That was Mike Stanton's
That was the best running car you've ever owned. This is the best running car any of us owned.
That was when he was popping bottles.
Yeah. Popping
that's true.
Popping bottles.
Yeah. I would pop my car too.
That's good.
But
pop your clutch.
Yeah, that's what I should have done. But that rode very nice. The only thing it did have is that shimmy, in the steering wheel. That was it. Otherwise, it rode smooth.
And we all know that super shimmy sucks.
Yeah.
That super shimmy sucks. And once you get that, I don't know if you guys watching have any Super Beetles or whatever, but
I've been there.
When you have the Super Beetle and you have that super shimmy, you have to change everything in that front end. I mean, every bushing, tie rod, strut, everything, you have to change it. And then once you change everything in that front end, that thing will run great for many years to come.
I'm not familiar with those later models.
Yeah, not for me.
No.
I'm not familiar with those earlier models, so
Yeah.
we have
Early
something in
paint
common.
over here.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of models with splits.
Yeah.
What about that? What about that early model bus that had the fake logo on the side?
Yeah, that one.
I'm not familiar with those either.
Yeah.
Anything with like an overcooked hot dog.
Oh,
Yeah, overcooked hot dogs are good though. I like
I
those.
like those.
Even for a cleaning company, you thought it would have been a nicer vehicle.
Yeah. Doesn't a homeless man drive that?
Yeah, I don't think he shaves very often. No.
Top or bottom, that's a
I've
weird
seen,
thing.
I've seen him before.
Carpet matches the drapes.
Rope with the ceiling missing.
That's true. Speaking of ceilings missing, how's your project going right now?
Basically, all the ceiling's missing. So not much ceiling up there. So I got a.
So that's one that you got this year.
That's one I got.
It explains why you bought it.
And then what the two I got this year though I think was the 61 SO23,
Right.
and then the 72 squareback. Am I
Oh,
right?
the one that I thought I got an amp pipe in my back. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not being
This
honest.
might be the reason why your foot's hurting.
Spider bite.
is.
Yeah.
Probably
Spider
is.
bite. Spider bite.
Yeah.
Spider bite.
Yeah.
Spider bite. Yep.
That's what the doctor told me.
Yeah. So I think those are my two though. But
For this year, yeah.
you got rid of the
You got
thing,
rid of the thing this year.
the 69 high top,
Yep.
the
72 Warbird.
That's
72
Wow, you
Warbird.
got rid of all three this year. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
No, that was a
Okay.
nice one. And speaking of toys, you do have toys. Tony is the owner of Shellhead Toys. I'll throw that out there.
Thank
that's
you.
A cool podcast, right
Shameless
there.
plug.
Yeah, you like that? He likes to toy around a lot, but I figured,
I do like to play with things.
check out Shellhead Toys.
Shellhead Toys. Yeah.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube, man. Shellhead Toys. We're on Facebook, Shellhead Toys. You can check out our fourth wall page, which is also Shellhead Toys merch, where you can get shirts, hats, sneakers, you name it, we got it. Check it out, man. Stickers, the whole deal, and check us out at the upcoming shows. We follow BrewDub. BrewDub follows us. So jump on there and check us out, and you won't be disappointed. It's a good time. It's kind of like this, only we're talking about toys, and we are half shit-faced most of the time. So we'll see you then.
Yeah, Tony Toupee.
Tony Toupee.
That's a weird statement. So,
Do someone, yeah.
so you guys are going to be traveling out west again.
Yeah, so we're leaving Christmas Day. We're going to go flying to Houston, drive to Phoenix, and then we're going to park the bus in Phoenix and fly back. That's going to be the second leg. We're going to fly back out June 15th. January 15th. Times are wrong. January 15th. And then we're going to drive to Lake Havasu. And Daniel's going. John's going. We're all going to hop in the bus and drive there. It's probably going to be about 4.5 hours Volkswagen time from Phoenix to Lake Havasu.
Yeah, and that'd be like just straight drive time.
Right.
I'm assuming, we'll probably get diverted a couple times.
Right.
Looking at stuff.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be lunch.
Yeah.
I can't go very long without
Lunch.
that.
Daniel needs lunch. I need lunch too.
Probably have a pre-lunch.
Pre-lunch
Yeah.
before the lunch is good.
Yeah,
That's
probably road
before
snacks.
Yeah, road snacks.
Yeah, road snacks are good.
Because you got breakfast and pre-breakfast.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're gonna have all that too.
You have second breakfast.
You have second breakfast.
Yeah.
So you guys got Hobbit shit going on.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, before you get to Mordor, you got to have more breakfast. I got you.
Hey, listen, you got
This is one of the ones I don't go to because I don't leave Pasco.
Well,
so
he is a Pasco
Yeah.
resident, so
Yeah.
I mean he's
I stay firm.
I'm really looking forward to getting back out west. This is my third year in a row getting out to Lake Havasu. It's been an awesome time out there.
yeah.
And then hopefully.
How many
get
suits
back
have you
out.
had?
3. Yeah,
Wow.
and all been great, by the way. But we're looking forward to that trip. I think it's gonna be
gonna be
awesome.
It's gonna be fun. Arizona's my favorite place. I think it's your favorite place too.
It is. It's been growing
It's-
on me a lot.
It's beautiful. I mean the scenery out there. I mean the mountains, the sunsets out there, right at that park.
Is it like a dry heat out there too?
Dry heat out there, but when we go in January, it's cold.
Sure.
I mean, it's cold, but I mean, a dry cold seems not as cold as Florida cold, though, because it's damp here.
They always say that though. It's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. I can open up my oven at 450 degrees too, and it's a dry heat. I mean, that's hot.
Hot as
Yeah,
hot.
it is
I mean, that's still hot.
Oh, it's hot, no, regardless. But it's funny how things feel. Like 93 degrees out in Arizona. I mean, it gets hotter, a lot hotter than that. 93 degrees was perfect. Because here, when it's 90s, it feels like hundreds.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird concept where there's like the actual temperature feels like the actual temperature.
So
It's a weird thing.
do you not? Because I've never been out there.
Mhm.
So honestly, like, do you sweat?
They
you're out
say no. I haven't been out there in the summer yet, but I plan on doing that. And the people I've talked to, they say that you do. it just dries so quick.
It's like a different sweat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta stay hydrated.
Because I know here in Florida, you know,
You're
when
soaked.
you sweat, you're soaked, and you just continue to sweat because the weather's actually pulling that moisture like out of you.
Yeah.
You know.
So Angie and I actually went out there during summertime. It was in June, and we went to northern Arizona, and it was hot, and we did sweat a little bit. It was nothing like Florida, like you know how we're all
Drenched, yeah.
So it's not like that, but you know, it had a little bit, nothing bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
It's odd.
It's a different. It's.
I've never been out there, so it's that sounds kind of.
Yeah, you have to come one year to at least this show. I mean, it'll be cool out when you go, but it's definitely worth.
You'd have to do like a B.A. Baracus kind of thing and like knock me out, you know, like kind of like an A-team, you know, and take me out there.
We'll give you a whole thing, a whole bottle of Sambuca.
Yeah, full bottle of Sambuca. That'll be good.
A shot of vitamin D and he'll be out.
Yeah, shot of vitamin D.
But Tony, but I mean, well, Jimmy, you got the Super going right now. The Super's running pretty good, right?
Right. Yeah, the Super's. I mean, so I drive a '74 Super. It's been my daily for 10 years, and things just all reliable, man. I mean, you know, she has her issues here and there, but for the most part, you know, I've been driving that thing for forever, you know.
It's really been his daily for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's his only vehicle. And it's like you said, you take care of it, it'll take care of you. So, I mean, that's a really cool thing.
Which has been crazy.
Yeah. I've had mine for 27 years, 26 years. My Beetle, but obviously not my daily.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Still to have it that long.
Yeah.
Have it that long. I mean, most people, you know, they're in it for a couple of years and they get rid of it. You know?
For me, it's like 6 months, 30 minutes later.
So Tony gets rid of him quick. I mean, he wants something else.
Dan, how long have you had the 61 now?
2017, I bought that.
So it's been a while.
And I remember when you got it.
With the overcooked hot dog.
Yeah.
It
I still miss Corky.
I miss Corky. That's one that you think of some of the vehicles you've owned. I haven't owned many in my life because I tend not to buy many cars at one time.
Or a piece of junk like
that. Or just stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So,
that's an addiction.
but that is one that I miss the most is Corky, and it was a great bus.
Corky was fun, and I loved how it smelled like cocoa butter.
And cocoa butter all the time. 71 Deluxe.
Yeah.
You know, it was really good. I had a lot of good times in that.
Deluxe, so it came with bacon.
I'm sure you did. It's the reason why it smelled like cocoa butter.
I love you brought it to the house one day, and I'm like, what the hell is he driving? And you're turning the key on and off with a screwdriver, and I'm like,
I don't think I've had any one Volkswagen that had a key. I don't think.
Because even with because the one yours now, don't you have just like a lock, like a padlock key or something like that?
Like if one wanted to steal it, how would they go about it?
Let me
listen in, everybody.
I don't think anybody would want that bus.
I don't know about that because I remember that time we were out at Stocky and some guy was just sitting in it thinking it was a prop.
Yeah, that's true.
And I had to speak up a little bit.
I've had that happen a few times.
I wonder if have you guys ever had this issue? So we go to shows, and I remember Tony. I think Tony's bus is probably the most memorable.
There's a whole family in it.
Yeah, so we rolled up to, it was an Oktoberfest down to like Tampa area. We go to the show. We're all chilling together. Tony's bus is like, I don't know.
At the end of the row. Yeah.
At the end of the row. We're all just chilling under a canopy tent with some friends. What do we do? So, Tony, you walk back to your bus. Tony walks back to his bus. He's got a whole family. What are the two kids in the driver in the passenger seat, and the parents were in like the middle seat or something?
Kids in the back.
There's probably 6 people in the bus, and the father's taking pictures. And I'm like,
can you believe that?
I'm like,
it's nice, right? And they're like, oh, it's fantastic. Could you get out? It's my bus.
They were eating in there too. They were all
they had
eating
funnel cakes.
funnel cakes in the car. I'm like, and so I think that same show, who was else? The Beatle. I think Mike
Atchison.
There was 2 kids in his seat too, driver and passenger. Kids sitting in there. He's like, excuse me. But it's funny because I've only experienced that at Volkswagen shows. You go to like another car show.
Oh God.
I don't see anything like that. But Volkswagens, like you said, what Jimmy was just saying, when you go up, we went to Starkey, the Starkey market there, and had the cars pulled up. They were reaching in on Dan's bus, the handle, and they opened my door, I think, and then Jimmy kind of confronted him. But that was pretty bizarre.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Like, so I've done other car shows with other cars, with like mini trucks, stuff like that. Nobody ever. First of all, nobody ever touches them.
Yeah.
Much less opens them and gets inside.
Right.
Now, so you might have somebody say, "Hey, do you mind if we take a picture?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But at least they're asking.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that lady was in my bus in Tarpon Springs Hippie Fest.
You invited her.
Not that one. But
he's had a lot of ladies in the bus.
Yeah, this wasn't the one I wanted there. But yes, and in my bus, you know, I had to tell her to leave the show. You know, it was.
You can leave now.
You can leave now.
Well, that was the guy, wasn't it?
Well, it was her husband.
Her husband. Yeah.
Yeah, because I asked him, you know, what were they doing sitting in
You
my
don't talk to strangers.
in my bus?
Yeah.
And I said, well, you know, it's not like I open your front door of your house. I'm sitting in your
Right.
living room. You know.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty wild.
Well, that's what happened at Stocky Ranch.
Yeah.
You know, and then I was at a show. Our friends Tom and Sintra. It was in Tarpon Springs on the Sponge Docks, and somebody had turned their gas on for their stove inside their van again.
Oh.
So the gas
no.
literally was on.
Wow.
So,
that's
yeah,
not good.
that could have been very dangerous.
Terrible.
But again, it just you like you said, you don't see that at other shows.
Yeah.
Just kind of crazy that it happens at the Volkswagen shows.
Well, I had one show where a kid had got up on my running board, and you know, I got the chrome running boards on the car, and he cracked my paint. So I mean, there's a 6-inch crack in my paint now. You know, giggity. Because you know, some kid, you know, the parent didn't tell the kid not to do it. You know,
It's impressive that kid had 6 inches to spare.
I'm surprised that the kid didn't have 6 inches across his face.
Right.
All right, that's a different podcast.
That's a late night show.
Golly.
But I mean, it's just there's no more common courtesy when it comes to shows.
Yeah.
Like that one time at Stocky, where the guy was sitting in your bus, and I had to tell him a little something. You know, I asked him if what he drove and if he would like me to sit in his car and do the same thing that he was doing with the steering wheel like this.
Right.
And he was like, no. So I said, well, why are you sitting in my friend's car? You know. So that was kind of the story with that one. That one was fun though. That one was fun. Everybody was laughing.
It just amazes me how many people, like with my bus, they think it's a prop. Yeah. So many times I've heard that you know, is this a prop? Did you drive it here? You know, it's like
it's just a prop.
It's a prop.
Yeah, it's an issue of mine that I will live forever. But
it's always sticks around.
Yeah.
One of the issues with not an issue, but one of the things with your vehicle is because the bus is so patinaed.
Yeah.
And it has you know its rust issues and stuff.
Oh yeah.
People are surprised that thing is actually driving
on the road,
but that thing is so roadworthy. It's crazy.
And reliable.
It is. It's reliable and roadworthy. And people don't realize it because of the way that it actually looks, but that's just the body on it.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of a junkyard and then onto the street, you know, it's kind of amazing.
It really is.
People don't realize that.
And it's pretty cool because Daniel has the picture of it in the junkyard.
Yeah,
he does.
Right
he does. And one thing that you guys might not know is that it likes to eat flip-flops.
It does.
Oh,
it does. It eats flip-flops.
I literally wore those flip-flops one time.
Out the rust hole it went, and you never see it again.
That's the end of that.
I think it's on one of the back roads of Florida.
It's got to be.
I really do. Maybe I'll see him one year.
They're probably on the side of the road somewhere.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have seen.
Yeah, if you've seen size 12 flip-flops somewhere on the road.
They were Reefs, weren't they?
No, they were, what's that other name brand? Yeah, Sanooks. Yeah.
Sanooks.
Yeah.
That's what they were.
So if you see those flip-flops, I'll buy a cheeseburger.
That's nice. In-N-Out burger. Yeah.
In-N-Out burger.
Daniel never jokes about food, so
your bus reminds me of a prop. They'd be shitting out in front of like Cody's or something.
That's
like they're done with trucks and now they put the bus there.
No, but that's funny though. I'm telling you. So we talked about our big project. I guess big purchases. Got rid of vehicles and stuff like that of 2024.
So Craig, what are your plans with the bus that you're working on now with the 61?
Too early to tell right now.
I think I don't think we have enough time in this thing. No, I'm just kidding. No. So my project.
You don't give away too much. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah. So basically, you know, I got the 61. That's a new project. Well, I guess the newest project is the 72 square.
Just call it a fucking project.
Yeah.
It's a big project. So what we're going to do is the 61 is my main concern right now. We got some metal work, metal pieces, little odds and end pieces here. We just got some tires mounted on the rims. I need 2 more rims. I'm still looking for those stock rims. But I think the next big thing after we come back from Buses by the Bridge is going to be welding. And then February, I'm going to replace another order.
I'm sure I'll be getting a phone call.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. You know, and they know. I mean,
I think the trip out west in January too, seeing some of the different vehicles that we're going to see.
Yeah.
I think that's going to. I know you got a vision right now, and,
right?
And you're going down that path. You know, going to that show in January, you're really going to see some cool stuff, and it might give you some more ideas, which is great to see. And hopefully 2025 you can get that vision done.
Right. So like you just said, we went, Daniel and my wife went two years ago.
Yep.
And we checked out the show, and I saw these tires, General Grabbers, and everyone had them out there.
Yeah.
And they just look so good on the car.
They really do.
Look great on there. I mean, it's got a little aggressive look, but not too aggressive. So I said, you know what? I'm going to buy them. And I put them on the bus, and I love them. After driving the bus with them on there, they're quiet and no issues at all. So, yeah. So
I think when I'm riding in the bus with them, I'm going to general grab them too.
Yeah, general grab them.
Yeah.
Can I be the general?
Yeah, I think that.
We were saying it sounds like you've got a set of Genero grabbers.
Genero.
Some slog, you know.
Yeah.
Genero. Hey, do someone hog. Do coffee cake.
Do coffee cake.
I can't do coffee.
Do coffee cake. Why not?
General with salami
in front of your face.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean,
so I guess I would ask you like how much is too much, right? So like if you have like Dan saying you have a vision for what you want to do,
right?
And that's cool, man. Like everybody's got their thoughts and feelings about what they want to do with a particular project, but sometimes you get into it and you're like, this is not a good idea. Like, at what point do you stop and say,
right? So
this is a driver and this is never going to be a show vehicle?
I think when you reach that point, it's the Pink Panther point.
Yeah, that's a good example. We haven't brought that one up.
Well, hopefully it doesn't cut it up. But
so the Pink Panther was a project that I had, and we literally dug it out
of nothing.
What, 3 feet from the ground, 2 feet from the ground? It was in there. It was in there. Pulled it out. It had an electric engine and
electric motor setup. Yep.
Electric motor setup, and it was pretty crazy. I still have the fender hanging in the.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I have the fender hanging in the garage.
You gotta hold on to that.
But I mean, that was. I wasn't trying to get that thing going on the road or anything, but
yeah. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's some of them are big projects.
It had a lot of good parts.
Yeah,
right. That car had a lot of good parts on it.
It went out.
It did a lot of, and I mean, those parts could save a lot of.
And you saved a lot of parts because you cut up parts that people needed. People needed parts, and you actually sold. And so basically, the car, and I'll tell you later, but Jimmy was able to cut up pieces off this car and actually save. I think you saved several other cars with that car.
Probably with that,
because there was no saving that.
No,
I mean, unfortunately, that was too far gone. Even me saying that was too far gone. So
which is so weird.
Yeah. So my issue is, and it's a bad issue. Like I get a car, and I hate a car to get cut up, but unfortunately, his situation was too far gone.
You want to save them all.
I want to save them all, and that's the problem. Like this 61 would probably be cut up. The 72 square would probably cut up, but like I don't want it to, and that's what kind of gets me motivated on some of these projects. Like I can do this. I just need some a little motivation, and I can get it done.
Right, or house refinancing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So,
but there comes a point where you have to be smart about it too.
Like I said, if the frame's rotted, that'll be. If the frame rails are rotted, that would be a little scary for me, I think, because when you start getting in structural and tweaking and stuff, I don't know if I can't do that. I don't have the means to straighten stuff out like that. But yeah,
they're not making anymore, and I hear you say that so many times, and I get that. I totally feel that they're not making anymore. Yeah. It's not like, but they're also not making any more, 51 Dodges or 64 Impalas.
Right.
So like I kind of equate it to the same thing, but like to your point, with the Volkswagen. Those also weren't mass-produced in America like those other cars are. Sure. 64 Impala, there's 1,000 places to make parts for 64 Impala.
Right, you're right.
There's probably not 1,000 places making parts for 61 Bus.
Right.
And so we're at the mercy of those companies to have the parts we need to build it properly.
Right.
And it's like, although I love your enthusiasm with things, it's hard for me to look at your projects and say he's going to be able to do all these things he wants to do and it be cost effective, because you can do anything if you have the money.
Oh yeah.
And you have the time, and you have the
The equipment, the knowledge.
It all comes down to time and money, really.
Right, but how much time before you say this has been too much time or this has been too much money?
Right.
Because ultimately, if you did what you said originally, which was you were going to just patch the crap out of it and go, you could have done a wiring harness, a motor, put a couple pieces in it, and you could totally be cruising down the road without a problem.
Right.
You know, we all know that. It doesn't take that much. There's not much to them.
Right. Yeah.
It's just how much effort do you want to put in to get there? And now you're talking about all these other things, which is cool. I'm excited to see you do it because you have that motivation. I also have that ridiculous fear that has nothing to do with you in my brain of like, man, I hope he doesn't step into something heavier than he can. Than he can really handle. Because I'd hate to see you stop the project halfway through and sell it to somebody else where you bought it.
I don't think that would happen though. I mean, there's between the four of us. I mean, we figure out a way to get it going. I mean,
we tried to talk him out of buying it.
We have, we did. We did. We even have pictures with us going.
There for that. So
that was great. I mean, that was great that day.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's four of us, and we've helped each other out for what 10 years now, right? We've been friends just about 10 years. And
that breakfast at Tiffany's.
We're running. We're
almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years, and I think between the four of us, I mean, I think we would help each other out and say, you know what, I think this is too far gone.
Yeah.
And I think in the back of our heads that we all think that this bus, even though it's gone, and we all went like this when we bought it. Well, when you bought it. Yeah. And we all had a thumbs down, but in the back of our heads is like it's still salvageable.
Yeah. It just takes how much time?
It does. It takes a lot of.
It's going to take time and money.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's nice about the four of us. We're also different too when it comes to vehicles.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, in life, you know, that's why four of us are different personalities. You know, we get along with it, and that's great. But it's something I wouldn't want to do. I want to get in, turn the key, and drive.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy shows.
Right.
I only own one. You guys own multiple VWs. Well, you and Craig.
Not me anymore. I only own the one now.
No, yeah. So I just want to get in and go. You know, I want to enjoy these shows and these camp trips and all that stuff. So I get it, and that's what makes it unique. So I think your time after work and working on it, and some weekends here and there, you'll get it done. In a matter of time. Yeah. Like you said, you placed an order now. You'll get another order in February, and it will progress. Right. A little bit. And you got time. It's not something that you're like you don't have a deadline. Right. Yeah, it'd be cool to get it to like No-Do in April. But you don't need it. Yeah. You don't need it there. Right. There's so many other shows. Here living in Florida, we get to kind of enjoy everything. Yeah, that's and there's a lot of shows. We're not putting our cars away for the winter. Right. So. We're putting them away for the summer. Right.
Summer gets hot.
July, August, my fat ass ain't going out in the winter.
I am.
Yeah. But, that's what's good about that. You got some time.
Right.
What's nice is, too, like, if you need to grabbing parts from the community or, sales or however you're getting them, I think you'd be fine.
And that, and going back to that community, too, like that, the community, the Volkswagen community is very, like even going out west, like starting our,
it's a tight knit.
It is tight knit. You need a part, you're getting a part.
Yeah, and it's real cool to see like your you and Angie's posts on like Bay Pride and all this stuff and things like that. There's so many people that will reach out. Yeah. And tell you little tidbits and things to do, and you reach out. I need something, and you're there for them too. So that community is perfect for that.
Right, and another thing good to like Jimmy, you're a welder. Yeah. You're a welder, so Jimmy had what was the first bus that you had that you got kind of a shell?
That was
76. No? Oh, that was the one we got from Dave. Yeah. That was a 70. It was a 76.
Okay.
And you 76 Westie.
Yep.
And I did the
actually did a lot of work on that.
Yeah, I did a lot on it actually.
Yeah, that one
I did the whole nose. I did the under the windshield.
Yep, under the windshield. I remember you did something on
I did the passenger door.
Yep.
Reskinned the bottom of that. Did some of the dog leg on that. I did the side panel under the back side window on the passenger
Where
side.
somebody had cut it open.
Yep, somebody had cut it open where it said Olson's. So I had done that.
Wow, I remember that.
And then at that point, I was like, you know what? At the time, though, that's when prices were really down low.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? By the time I'm done with this thing, I'm going to be way upside down in it. Let me get rid of it while I'm ahead.
Yeah.
And I did, and I got rid of it while I was ahead.
Yeah.
But now I kind of regret it because now I would still be ahead. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But I didn't know the prices were going to go where they are now.
Nobody did.
Nobody did. Nobody knew. But then I had the 60.
You had the 69
69 Westie.
That's when we all bought those products. You had the 69.
That's when we bought all those from Robbie.
Right.
That had a lot of promise, man. That motor was free. It bumped over.
Yeah.
The motor turned free on that.
Yep.
But when I sold it, I sold it to Pool.
Yep.
And he said, well, my guy said that the frame's no good. But I thought the frame was good because we went through the frame and I was tapping it.
Yeah, just on the front.
Just
The front was rotted out,
Yeah,
and I still have the pieces in the garage to replace that. No. But and the rest of the frame I thought was fine. I hit it with a hammer. You know, that whole frame. I thought that frame was good.
That bus had potential to be on the road.
It did have potential to be a good bus.
Do you think down the road that you would ever do a bus? Maybe not that extent of work. Would you ever own a bus maybe down the road?
Down the road, but it can't be that kind of work.
Right.
It would be a running and driving project.
But you'd be cool with having one. You would, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
That one that, remember we were at the Quaker Steak show and you saw that?
I love that bus, dude.
It was 74 panel, right?
It was a 74 panel.
And that thing was cool.
That was a
nice.
super cool bus. I love that bus.
Yeah.
And you know what? We were this close to pulling the trigger on it.
Yeah, I remember.
Panels for life.
Panels for life.
We were that close to pulling the trigger on it.
Yeah.
But I didn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
That was a nice bus.
And you know what's crazy is, you always hear that, panels are the least favorite of the buses.
It's one of my favorites.
It's my favorite.
It's one of my favorites, yeah.
I think they look rad.
They're awesome. I think they're cool.
You don't see them very often.
You don't really don't
especially the later models. I know you're not familiar with those.
Yeah, he's not familiar.
But the later models, they're pretty cool.
There's a teal 69 or 71. It's all teal on the bottom and white on top.
Okay.
It was for sale. It was like something. He's got it down to like $9,000. Last I saw. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Dude, it's got white walls on it. They're teal. It's just a cool looking freaking bay window bus.
I like those two-tone vehicles.
Yeah, I like a two-tone panel.
Yeah, I think they look great. I remember there was a Super Beetle that had a white deck lid, and it was great.
Was it orange?
The white deck, it was orange with a white deck lid. That was great. I think it said Trailer Queen on the side
I
too.
remember that one. That was a good one. Yeah.
Wasn't mine. 100% wasn't mine.
Yeah.
Speaking of two-tone vehicles, let's talk about
Tony two-tone?
Let's talk about your least favorite color Volkswagen.
Least favorite color?
Your least favorite.
It's gonna have to be purple. I hate purple.
No, let's go
stock.
Let's go stock.
Stock color.
Go stock color.
Stock color. Oh.
Like the reds or
I don't like red.
Okay.
I'll never do a red
maybe
car.
not ruby red. You don't like.
You wouldn't like ruby red. Okay.
No.
How about you, Tony? What would you say is your least favorite stock Volkswagen color? Well,
It's crazy, man. Because I feel like I can make anything look cool.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So now I'm just trying to think of like my least favorite color to start with, though.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if like I know which one you don't like.
Yeah,
Daniel.
I know you know. I don't.
I'm gonna tell you my least favorite color, maybe because of the car it's on.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't like Earl and Marley's Gia that they painted in the.
Sealing wax red.
Yeah, sealing wax.
I like the color. I don't like it on that car.
That makes sense.
I don't think it fits on the Gia.
That makes sense.
So Daniel's stock color on his bus was sealing wax.
Yeah,
which you would never actually know because it looks so much deeper.
It looks like an overcoat cut though.
It does. It looks like an overcoat.
Well, here's the thing. I hate red on a vehicle, but I like sealing wax red.
Yeah.
That looks
cool.
nice.
It's softer.
It is. It's a softer color.
Yes, it's like a salmon. Yes.
I don't like red on vehicles. Period. Whether it's a new vehicle or what.
Sure. Same.
But I do like say like a crimson.
Yeah.
Right. Like a crimson red. I like that. Right.
Yeah.
I like that. Something more maroon.
Something wrong with Tyler, right?
Maroon 5 is pretty good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Five Guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
Five
Guys.
Yeah,
I don't like them because when you go there, it feels like you got mugged by 5.
Yeah,
Right.
It's okay.
5 Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got a
Five
lot.
Finger Death Punch is pretty good.
My least favorite color, bud growing on me, is palm green, sand green.
Yep.
That is my least favorite color. But it for some reason lately it's been
Is that
growing on me.
Westy green color?
No.
It's
So
a-
this is a 56 to 58 color, I think.
display color.
55 to 50.
I think they should be reversed.
Yeah, so you like the darker on the bottom.
I do, and the lighter on the top.
That's how it should be.
But
And that's how it normally is. But yeah, on this setup, it's not. But I do like it. I like the color combo.
yeah,
That was my second. They used to be my second.
my favorite color on a vehicle is turquoise.
Okay.
Turquoise,
We all knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it matches my
That's
glasses.
my favorite too, though.
Matches my house.
It's turquoise.
It's a cool color.
Yeah.
I also think it's like, and it is a great color. I don't take away from that at all.
Yeah.
But I also think it's like, it's just one of those most popular colors. People
Right.
dig it.
Right.
I like that mouse gray. I've seen the mouse
Mouse
gray.
gray is great.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
think
like
it's
an
been
industrial
overdone
color,
on
right?
buses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been overdone on buses, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are going gray in their homes.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have overused that mouse gray color
Yeah, it's-
on buses.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Even the new vehicles you've seen it on.
Yeah.
You've
You see
seen
it a
a
lot.
lot of
They
grays.
just call it something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
50 Shades of Gray, I think.
Right.
Yeah, 50.
But,
Yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was-
I think that's
yeah.
what they call it.
Yeah.
But when you're drunk, it's called arrested in probation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
But, yeah.
crap.
I do like Dove Blue.
Yes.
And what was Corky?
When doves cry, or
Yeah, Raspberry Beret.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Did you say
little?
raspberry beret?
Yeah.
What about Little Red Corvette?
Mm.
Wait,
I'd have to
we're
get
done.
some New
No more-
Balances.
no more Prince
Corvette.
All right, sorry.
Corvette. Who's got the New Balance?
Yeah.
My buddy Rick's got one. I think he's got New
Yeah,
Balance.
it does.
And Frank. I think Frank's got a
Flowers
Corvette.
shirt, jeans,
Right,
shorts,
Frank
and
still
New
have a
Balance.
Corvette?
He still got the
Yeah, I
vet.
haven't
He still
seen
got
that
the
guy
red
in a
vet.
while.
Yeah.
We got to reach out to him.
They still have the vet?
Yep, they still got the vet.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's
I think he's getting some jorts for Christmas. I think, but,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I think we should wear jorts to a show one.
Why don't we do that?
We should all match one time and go to a show like
Can we
that.
get that fishing shirt that has like the thing in the back so it can breathe?
We can
We
do that.
could do that, but we gotta wear jorts.
Okay,
Why
but
why not?
You know how I got the shirt made with Craig's face on it?
yeah,
Why don't we all get Craig of everybody else?
that'll be good. And you know, can we do this too? I want to get the little doll that like looks like this on the
Yes.
car, and we'll get that on all of our cars.
I think that would be good.
You know,
But
If I do, mine's gonna be new to everybody.
you can get the little butt where it moves.
yeah, yeah. No, remember the handle? thing?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That should be.
Dan's might be darker than the rest of ours.
that's true. I actually have a picture of my son.
Oh,
my
he
bus.
does.
But
We'll have to see
uh,
that another
his
time. That's
face-
funny.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite picture.
Yeah,
of
that was a good day.
Yeah,
He looked like such a happy boy.
yeah. He was happy.
He was very happy.
He was very happy.
They clips outside. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So going. Okay. So my favorite color is mango green.
Yeah.
Seagull gray. That's my favorite color
Yeah.
on the bus.
But Aunt Mango's orange.
No, because mango is green. Well, inside it is.
Inside
I guess.
it's orange.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. So.
Yeah, not always pink. But
Oh,
what?
yeah, get
what,
it. Giggity. So what you do is, that's my favorite. I think second used to be palm green, sand green. Not his favorite. Now Dove Blue is actually, I'm liking Dove Blue.
Neptune blue. That was
Neptune, that was
the
quirky.
color
That
I
was
looking
quirky.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Marina Blue. That's what the color
Yeah.
yours was.
Marina.
Marina blue was the original color.
Well,
Oh,
Marina
my
blue
God.
was a Corvette color though.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I thought it was red.
Yeah, little one.
Little.
I didn't know that.
What was PJ's old color? Denim blue, right?
No, it was sea blue. Maybe.
I thought it
Was
was
it original
denim blue
color?
too.
Yeah.
It might have been sea blue.
And somebody painted over
There's
it.
indigo blue and sea blue.
Yeah.
Indigo blue.
Indigo.
I thought that was his
That's what
original
it
color.
was.
Yeah.
It might have been, yeah.
I thought it was
This
indigo
was a
blue
60s
too. That was a nice
color.
bug.
Maybe it was
That
That
was
was-
nice.
That was a nice bug.
It was blue,
Peter
man.
really slammed that thing.
Pete slammed it, and then he got rid of it, right?
The Fuchs on it.
Yeah.
They look good on the
And then it
Fuchs.
sold.
Yeah.
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 It looked good with Fuchs, right?
Yeah.
It all looked great with fruit.
He
No.
got rid of it.
No.
Yeah. So.
I like that he covered the original seats inside
Yeah.
to preserve them. That was smart.
nice.
It was a good looking car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely
That
good.
was a great.
That was one of my favorites.
One of my favorites too.
PJ took it, when he bought it, and then what he took it to, and then sold it, and then what Peter took it to. I think it was cool.
You know what was one of my favorite cars too? Was the one that Dave just let go not too long ago. maybe about a year ago.
Panel?
The bug that
Evans?
No, McFarlane.
Oh, the
Old
black
man
one,
McFarlane.
72.
The black
Yeah.
Was it 72?
Oh yeah, it was
Actually,
72.
that was
Yeah.
one of my favorite bugs. That was like a drivable around our area.
It was a cool car, you know. Like I think it was on air in the front.
It was
if I
air in the
remember
front.
right.
Yep.
I remember him and I driving to a show, leaving Lewis's house. You know, you got two big dudes in a little car. That could be like a song.
Yeah.
A little car.
Yeah.
And we were running over reflectors, and we're just dragging reflectors everywhere.
Yeah.
But that was a really cool car.
It
Yeah.
was a great car.
Him and I rode in that car from here to Daytona one year. And him being so tall and us, you know, rubbing shoulders
Was
in
that
that
the
car.
time it took you like 12 hours?
No, that was Lewis's. That took us 12 hours.
That's right. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
Dave and I though made it over there in that Beetle. That was a cool car.
That was
Wow.
You're absolutely right.
That was one of my favorite cars. That's like out driving around the
Yeah.
area like that. I
Good call.
like that car
Good
a
call.
lot.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a nice car.
I'm so happy to see Lewis's car rolling around. That kid made it a drag car almost.
Yeah.
Now it's just a runner,
Yep.
and he's building
I haven't
a
seen
Gia.
it.
It's
Yeah,
good
it's
that
a
he left
no-no,
the
man.
Beatles.
The oval.
Yeah.
The oval.
Glad
Yeah.
he left the Martian on the
Yeah,
side.
Lake Placid. Yeah.
He's got a big old motor and turbo sticking out the back.
55 oval?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been it was 55 to 57.
But he put
don't
he's
remember.
put single spindle
Yeah.
front rollers on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's got some big fat stickies on the back, and it's a
Yeah.
cool car. I talked to the kid for a while, and I want to say his name is Dakota, and if it's not, I'm sorry, bud. But
Yeah.
Jacob, maybe.
maybe he was cool as shit though. Talked to him for I don't know how long at Nodo a couple years ago,
Yeah.
just about the car, and I'm like, man, this car has such a following, man, and it's just as low as when
Lewis
sold it. Yeah,
man,
Yeah.
that car was low.
Yeah.
it hasn't raised it up.
Solo?
We'll probably see it in April again.
But Lewis,
So I'll give Lewis credit, man, for sure. So he built that car. He built it slammed, and yes, it drug, but he raised up the tranny, so it wasn't dragging anywhere.
Right.
Yep.
He cut so many spots open in the front of the car. He had full steering on the ground, so that car only hit if it was hitting something like
Yeah.
substantial on the road. Other than that, he could drive it anywhere.
Like a
Right.
leaf.
The
A leaf would
Right,
be sus-
right, exactly. Or an
substantial.
acorn.
He rolled over an extension cord at a car show, I remember, and it drugged the extension cord. So that's how low this
it's like
thing
getting out of my
was.
driveway. It's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
static.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a cool car.
Yeah.
That was a cool car.
Now,
I know he had to wear safety glasses in there because anything that he
Rocks
hit
would
on the
come
road,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
and reflectors, bits would,
Yeah.
come at him.
Oh, it's dangerous. But he had all like the inner fender wells cut in the front and the back.
And the
I
rear,
remember.
yeah, tires were exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that was
Yeah, that was cool.
So we've had some cool cars in the area. you know.
yeah.
Oh, there's a ton of cool cars in the area.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's so many to name. I mean, how do you
Yeah, how do you pick?
we'd be here for hours.
there's so many of our closer friends that
I mean, look at like SJ's,
Yeah, how
double cab.
beautiful.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I mean,
What was that
Billy's
50,
truck.
59 double
Billy's
cab?
Billy's squareback.
SJ, Billy Squareback,
Yeah.
Sibin's split.
Yeah.
I mean, Sammy split.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many
So
beautiful
many people
vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of splits in the area.
Look at Shane Sokash's collection.
Yeah.
I mean, immaculate.
It's crazy. There's so many.
cool cars.
The community is so deep, and people have so many
Yeah.
beautiful vehicles.
It's kind of like a split decision thing too, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it
You know
was-
what I'm seeing though? A lot of people moving over to like off-road vehicles too.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a little jealous over it.
Baja
I must say, yeah, I think it'd be cool to own a cool Baja.
Yeah.
And I'm digging that. But
Yeah.
man, I don't want to be like beating on it. I want one, right? But I
Yeah.
don't want to beat on one
Right.
because man, that's gonna be expensive.
If things start breaking.
My OnlyFans only has 2 subscriptions.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's me and Tony.
And that's
Well,
you and
actually,
Tony,
I
but
thought
Jimmy's on the edge.
Right.
Oh,
Jimmy's
He's
yeah,
thinking
we're
about
getting
it.
him,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's been. Yeah, I
So
think he's been watching with you
I
guys.
only
So
watch
you're
when
making
it's free.
$8 off
Yeah.
the bus.
I know it's tough.
Yeah.
I
So
only
that's
watch when it's free.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
do that like twice a year.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
It's the
Christmas.
clips.
Only because the videos are
Happy
better.
birthday.
Right.
Yeah. But no,
But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. The Bajas now.
yeah.
Doing the event last weekend and seeing so many Bajas,
It's yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, Bajas are great.
I think it's a limited fad, though. Like, I think it's something. I say fad. I don't really mean fad. I think it's one of those things where it's super cool, and if you own one as an extra vehicle,
Sure.
awesome.
Yeah. Right.
But if that's your main thing, you just drive a Baja every day, I think that would get old real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In Florida especially. In Florida especially. I mean, who was it that we were talking to? I was. It was you, wasn't it? It was you.
I don't know.
was you,
That's not
Tony.
gonna be fun driving in Florida every day.
I thought you said
That was when you had the
I thought
thing.
You said.
Oh yeah, that's incredible.
I thought you said Spider.
Dance and drinks back then.
That thing was terrible.
Thing driving the thing in Florida every day is it's terrible.
Oh, the thing.
Let me like rephrase about the thing. So the thing was
What
cool.
thing?
Could have been way cooler. And in my head, there's
Things
Sorry.
are cool.
so many things I could have done that could have been super cool. It would have been awesome.
That
'cause it wasn't
thing.
far off.
That thing. That. Sorry. Sorry.
So
But it was absolutely terrible to drive.
Yeah.
Why?
Yours was.
Why was yours terrible? to
Yeah.
drive?
you sit like
You're in it like a tub.
With that, and you can't push. Under my bug, I have room for days. Okay, look, when I was skinny, I had room for days,
but and I'm fat now. I'm sitting in the bug and I have room for days.
and I was fine sitting in the bus.
So were you close
It's
to
not
the
hours
steering
now.
wheel?
It's days still.
Still days.
He can't get his leg up over the hump.
Oh my god,
That's
dude!
what it is.
The chair doesn't go back, so and the wheel doesn't move. So you're just like, and I've never sat up next to a steering wheel in my life. Like,
Yeah.
So you wouldn't like a split bus.
you know what? The one time I tried to get in your split bus, I'm like, I don't know how the hell he does this. Is he getting it from the other side? Is there butter involved?
Like I don't know how he's
Yeah.
sliding it.
Coco.
Coco. That's why Corky. Yeah.
I could I'm like, all right, let's go. Like I couldn't imagine it.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it never happened. Bay window.
You're not doing a thing again.
Oh, never in my life.
I feel like that would be the same as like getting in a Carmen Ghia.
So you know what? I thought so
Yeah,
too. So I finally got to
maybe.
sit in a Carmen Ghia.
Yeah.
I never got to sit in one. I sat in Tom and Marley's or whatever, and I sat in that thing, and I'm like, I can make this work. This wasn't bad. This was fine because my feet go under the dash.
Yeah.
I had the room. It was a little bit. It's still hard when you're tall.
Yeah.
Just a little bit where my knees were a little bit cramped, but no different than being in the bug.
Right.
Right.
But I'm telling you, man, the thing I had to kick my leg out to the side in the little hole in the package tray
Yeah.
to have any kind of space. But the guy I sold it to, his name's Angelo, super nice guy, and he owns Stink Bug, and
That sounds familiar.
it should. The thing's atrocious. That's why it's called the Stink Bug. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Check it out. I
Is that the one made? Why is it atrocious?
It looks like somebody threw up pop culture.
Wow.
Wow. How dare you?
Anyway, keep going.
Sorry.
There's indoor outdoor grass
Oh yeah.
on the floorboards. Like, don't get me wrong, it's super cool. It's an expression of art. But he was super.
Everyone has their own technique.
Yeah, but he's the nicest guy. Like I honestly have met in a really long time.
That was the guy we met at Bug Jam, right?
Yes.
He was super nice.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
So,
Yeah.
Did you deliver that with a taco truck? But anyway,
That was a
keep
good
going.
truck.
Yeah.
But I sold it to him, and he got in it, and he goes, "I don't mind it."
Now I'm hungry.
Well, he's also up to here on me. So if you're shorter, none of that's gonna like you sat in it. I'm not being funny, but
No,
you.
I don't know if they call it shorter. I think it's vertically challenged.
That's,
Anyway,
I'm not really sure how to do
I
it
prefer to
anymore.
be called a dwarf. You know.
There it is. He said it, not me.
Anyway, I enjoyed sitting in the thing. It fit.
Or sitting
really-
on the thing.
Or sitting on the
Right,
thing.
right.
It fit me well. Like I sat in it. And
Also giggity.
giggity,
Yeah.
and it felt good.
In the
Giggity.
In the thing.
In the thing.
Your thing or?
That's the whole episode,
that
guys.
thing.
Please continue.
You know. But no, the thing for a smaller person, it fits well. You know, it's the same thing with Volkswagen with the Beetle.
Yeah.
Right. It feels like
They got really
That's
high
a closing
seats.
statement.
You got really high seats.
I can't with you guys.
look. Everybody else is over 6 foot. I'm only 5'3".
And 3 inches, apparently.
5'3".
Yeah, 5'3". But
Nice. I got it.
it's like these vehicles are built around me, you know, so they're comfortable for me.
Yeah.
Whether I'm in a split, which actually I'm uncomfortable in a split.
I think most people are. Yeah.
Main windows.
Pretty comfortable.
Oh,
Beatles are comfortable. The thing was comfortable.
you're all about that thing or and uncomfortable in a split.
Only if she's 5'3". Yeah.
Oh, 36, 24, 36.
Oh man.
Oh, she's 5'3".
Yeah.
Wow. This is great. But no, this is it's true though.
Have a cookie, it helps.
I'm hoping it does.
Oh, Craig, I can't wait for you to eat that.
You're gonna need that. You're gonna
Can I
need
eat your
that.
cookie?
Yeah.
Get it, baby.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Oh, it's even red and man. But yeah. But no, I mean it's true. Like
Snozzberries taste like
right,
snozzberries.
schnozberries. But no, I mean it's like I said, everyone has their own preference on their cars, which is cool. Everyone has a.
Oh, we're
they
back
do-
to cars?
Oh, what's cars? Oh, that
we
thing?
were talking about cars.
Where are we?
This went off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. But yeah, you know, and like Tony said, the gentleman that he met, that he sold a thing to, he has another vehicle called the Stink Bug, and he did a theme on it, and you know, everyone's
got their own thing.
Their unique thing to it.
You may not like it, but somebody else definitely, you know, and that's
but you know what?
makes it cool.
Yeah, and like everyone respects it.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, everyone's cool. Everyone, the Volkswagen community is just so cool. Like they'll, you know, take everyone in and like, you know.
Yeah, there's themes that I don't particularly like, but I get it. You know, like you know, and that goes for any like car show that I go to. It's what they like, and I respect that.
I feel the same.
I may not dig it. I'll just keep walking. But I'm not going to go.
What about Christopher Walken?
Christopher Walken, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So, hey, Craig.
I got a question. What do you think? What do you think this year has been?
Dig.
So this year, like what?
Dig in Boston.
What has been like a highlight? What has been a highlight for you for this year?
What has been your Miller highlight this year?
Well, it's funny. I haven't really. Miller Highlight was my go-to, but that's changed. I stopped drinking for a little while.
It's not an intervention.
August. So it's not an intervention.
Over a year.
And so what's my big highlight?
That's why
for
we
this
have
year?
you here
Yeah,
today.
What's been like a highlight? Something that stuck out to you this year?
Well, you guys being with me is my highlight.
Yeah.
My Boombatz brothers.
Aw.
Yeah. I think I'm not taking this away, but
No,
but
I would
we
say it was
we literally the four of us
the nose.
we talk every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh, yeah.
It never
And
fails.
maybe not verbally.
Not verbally, but
No.
text.
But like text
or
messaging
group
or group
Unfortunately,
message.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't answer my phone.
Never,
But
never go into the guys' chat, people.
Yeah.
Okay, the guys' chat is secret. Never
Yeah.
go into that.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You'll
You
be
won't see that.
emotionally damaged.
Yeah,
So
it's
many things and not enough splits.
It's bad. Yeah.
But it's
And things.
every day though.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Literally every day.
Yeah,
it's been
every
that
day.
way.
For almost 10 years.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll go back to your.
No, but good enough. Yeah, like I said, we have a great relationship. You know, my brothers here, Boombatz. You know, it's been a long time, but you know, as far as car wise, I wanted to get another split. You know, I had the 63, and I had to get rid of that. My daily broke. I had to split, and I was getting a garage installed, and the funds after the daily, I had to get rid of the split. It was unfortunate.
Right.
So I got rid of the 63, sold that, and then I got the garage built, got another daily. You know, now we're fast forward. I wound up getting another split, a 61 subhatch SO23. And you know what's weird? It's a German bus. Well, it's an export bus, so it's not for a U.S. or a Canadian market. Right. And it's got the mounts for the plate. It has a custom 61 Type 2 plate, but it's screwed in like on the sides of it because it doesn't have. It's got a It's got a European style mount. Yeah, goes in tight.
So that bus was your highlight this year?
Well,
car wise,
I think that's a car wise. As far as getting a vehicle, I think that is good. I mean, it's a big project, but it's kind of exciting getting back in the split market again.
Yeah.
What about you, Daniel? What's been your highlight of the
car wise? I didn't buy anything, but I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna divulge in what it is.
Yeah.
It's not Volkswagen related.
Yeah.
But I am
cool.
looking at something else. There it might be a possibility that I come home with one. You know, the one I'm looking at is expensive, but you know, if it makes me happy, that's ultimately
It
what
can't
it
be
is.
that bad.
Yeah.
It's too expensive in our opinion.
Yeah, and you know, and I have a
We talked about that off camera.
Yeah, the four of us are pretty cheap, and
no, we're not cheap.
not cheap, but
frugal.
we're frugal. But
We're
you know, we have a new guy in the group, Robbie, and I joke around. He's a bad influence on me right now with the market of something that I want to get. But yeah, I mean, highlight wise, that's been something that's been weighing on me for a little while.
I get you.
You know, every day kind of looking around marketplace, talking and watching YouTube videos, and you know, so that's kind of where I'm at with vehicle wise.
How about you, Tony?
This year,
Yeah. Cool.
I just keep thinking how this cookie looks like somebody dipped the sack in chocolate.
Giggity. You put it back too? Wow. Sounds like Tony.
He picked up a sack and put the sack back.
Yeah.
That's sad. Sack back, sack back.
I'm actually kind of happy to.
Kind of whack. All right.
It's kind of weird because I'm used to having like multiple things in the house.
You didn't want a snack. All right, here you go. Sorry.
It's a snack that smells bad. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking smack.
goldfish. We're never gonna get through this.
Yeah, all right, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah. We can go all night.
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah. I didn't crap yet. It's never holy, but
I'm glad I have gotten down to kind of like sticking to what I said I was going to do.
yes, and
Yeah.
that is a good thing.
Because I really am trying to invest in this whole brand thing with this toy thing. I'm
Right.
not trying to get rich off or anything like that. I'm having fun with it.
You're having fun with it. That's what
I'm
counts.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
But you're good with it though. You're entertaining. Like watching you is entertaining.
Yeah.
Watching me is not entertaining. But you watching you're funny.
Well,
you know.
and you're getting out there too. You're going to these shows.
I'm good at the toy thing. I really am.
Yeah,
Like,
you are.
I'm good at it. I enjoy it. It's a good time. It's not a job, and I don't want it to become a job.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want it to keep being fun. I want to keep doing shows. I want to keep selling. And I want to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's it.
Yeah,
When
right.
it gets to be too much, then I got my hands off. But
Right.
Sure.
You could have cut your hands off.
yes,
Oh, that's not good.
dismember, man. It's
Yeah.
I watch a lot of
Well, you
horror,
won't be
but,
very handy at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm handsy now. But
Okay,
I want to be
yeah.
less handsy, so I got to take my hands off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I can give you a hand. Yeah, I can
so
give you.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, give me a job. But
yeah.
I'm glad I'm sticking with just Nutella.
Mhm.
I want to get her where I want her to be, and when she's done and running, driving, when she's where I'm not doing anything else with her.
Right.
Then if I want to take on a project, cool.
Right.
But right now, I have so much stuff on my plate that an extra vehicle is not even in the cards.
Right.
It just
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense.
Right. And that's we were having this chat the other day, Craig and I, we were, and Angie, having so many different projects just would drive me mentally just crazy. Just doing a lot of stuff and having these vehicles, and that's just my preference. But a lot of people enjoy it, so I get it. Just
Well, having multiple projects is tough. I mean,
It is,
you see, I mean, I've got the whole house to contend with, and I'm almost done. I'm like 3/4 of the way done with the house. But it's tough when you have that many projects and you still have daily life to live. I still have all my family stuff to do and everything else, and it's not easy. So when you have multiple projects like that, it takes a toll on you, physically, mentally.
This thing, there's us having this commonality in cars, is what brought us together.
Yeah.
And it's brought a lot of great friends that we share friends with. It's been great, and it consumes a lot of your time and day.
Yeah.
I have a job that I show up to, and I'm there working, but I'm also thinking cars too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, hey, there's a car show coming up. There's a camp show. You guys are writing me. I'm writing you. So it's a great thing, and I would never look at anything else.
I think
been awesome.
The one main thing for the four of us is cars, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing that we all kind of became friends on, right? But it's become so much more than that over the years, right? I mean, there's a million different things that we talk about other than cars. And it's pretty crazy. I think it's a good thing.
Oh yeah, look how many great people we've met.
Yeah. Oh my God, some of the best people I've met in my life. Some of the best people in my life.
Some crazy people.
A lot of crazy people.
Like me.
6'3".
It's pretty funny. If you ask me my
Who's Maya?
I have no idea who Maya is.
Yeah. But what's your highlight then?
My highlight, that's what I was going to say. My highlight, thank you.
Yeah.
It's that stroke kicking in.
Yeah, that's okay.
My highlight for the year would have to be Bug Jam.
Okay.
We're in the swap meet.
Yeah.
And I came across a gnome. And my whole theme on my car is gnomes, right? I have gnomes. And
Never know it.
Gnome.
Yeah.
I passed it up for, I don't know what it was, $5 or $10. I passed it up. I was like, I'll come back to it. And I liked the gnome. I should have bought it. And then we walked away, and then the next day, I'm like, Craig, let's go to the swap meet. So end up going back to the swap meet. I was walking with my wife, and Craig went with his wife to the swap meet. And so we were separate ways, and I went back to buy that gnome. That gnome was gone, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
I should have bought it, And then we walk around, we come back, we go to the car. What's on my seat? The gnome.
Sweet.
The Gnome.
So it's sentient. It was alive.
Yeah.
It was alive.
That's so
It was
crazy.
alive. It heard that I wanted to be. You know,
Man, Bug
I
Jam
wanted
wild.
It's crazy.
Right? Bug Jam has gotten crazy. It's definitely worth the money.
It's gone wild.
Yeah.
But no, Craig, Craig and Angie, they bought me that Gnome and they put it on my front seat. You know,
Very fun.
it was very thoughtful. It was a very thoughtful present, and that was probably one of my highlights of the year because it goes to show, right? Like just friendship, right? Like
Sure.
this is, and it's the smallest gesture, right? It's not like it's something that's $1,000 or anything, and the monetary value don't matter to me.
No.
It's the thought that went into it, right?
Mhm.
And I thought that was the coolest thing. Was and it's got the perfect home. It's in
Sure.
it's on my back dash.
Yeah.
And it just looks like it belongs there.
That's cool.
And so I appreciate it. So thank you guys
Yeah,
again.
you're welcome.
And that was I don't know. Like I said, that had to be like my highlight for the year because that was just the coolest thing that that happened to me all year.
That's cool. Well, I mean, you got.
gesture and a gesture for the smallest.
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, and again, you do a lot of you're a leather worker, so do a lot of leather work. You do custom belts, you do custom wallets, custom everything.
And the name is Gnome Leatherworks.
Gnome Leatherworks.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, he's actually Gnome Leatherworks. Hence, yeah. So he does a lot of custom. I still got my wallet. Jimmy, how old is this wallet?
That's weird. Doesn't Angela use that?
Yeah, I don't have any money in it, but this is one of his first wallets. This is
3 years old.
Oh, it's over that.
Is it over
It's 5 now.
Yeah,
But I
about
beat
5.
this wallet up. I'm working on cars, and it's still.
That's not the only thing it beat.
Yeah. That's on Monday.
How many days till Christmas?
Yeah, 4. Sorry, and but yeah. So we got. He makes his own like a pomade, like an oil for it too.
Yeah, the conditioner.
Conditioner.
Yeah, I make all the conditioner for the leather and all
Which is
kinds
good
of.
because my hair just isn't right without it.
Yeah.
You know what? It actually works on beards and scalps.
Oh.
It's all
Jack
organic. So
Jack.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, Gnome Leatherworks. Check out Jimmy out as well. I mean, a lot of cool custom stuff. You can do anything you need. But I don't know, guys. I mean, I think that's pretty much all. A good night, right? I mean, we got a lot of stuff out there. Talk about the cars. Talk about our.
Was that like a Christmas thing? Like
it's Christmas, like Boombatz Christmas.
Well, it was like to all a good night.
That was a Christmas.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds
It
like
did.
right?
It sounded like it. Yeah.
Plug in this. No,
Well,
I
that
don't know.
was a couple days ago. When
Yeah.
It was like 4 days left.
Yeah, 4 days.
Yeah.
It's actually 4 days.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
2 days left, right? This is Christmas Eve.
Oh,
Wow.
we don't have enough time.
Oh no, wait.
Time, man.
Or Christmas Eve. Is tomorrow Christmas Eve? No.
No.
Tuesday is Christmas Eve.
There's a house with a house and a house house?
A house and a house and a house. Who's on
What's on
first?
second?
Yeah,
What's on second?
I second that.
Who's on third? No, what's on second? Who's on third? What's on first? I have no idea what's going on. Sambuca. Yes.
Yeah.
Italian tradition.
Sorry. Anyway,
Craig, I don't want to see your nipples.
they're black.
Yes,
Craig,
I
I
do.
kinda wanna
Yes,
see
I
your
do. Show me again.
We'll leave that for
Yeah,
tonight's show.
we'll see that. Yeah, that'll be the night show, the nighttime show. You have to subscribe to that one. But
monthly on that one.
yeah, I charge on that one. But no, in serious, guys, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. We kind of goof around a lot. When I'm with the Boombatz guys, my brothers here, we kind of get crazy, funky, and whatever else. But appreciate you guys watching. Tony, Jimmy, Daniel, thanks you guys for joining me.
Absolutely.
And
Anytime, do it
thanks
again.
for we'll do it again. And yeah, everyone, guys, have a great night. Enjoy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Good
Be
night.
safe. Work on the Volkswagens. Get your projects going. We'll see you the next time. See you. All right. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Entertaining. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, but did you eat all the rainbow cookies?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
fuck.
gay.
No, there's one more right there underneath. It's hiding.
Oh, it is. Those are his favorite.
Right there.
The rainbows are always hiding.
It's still in the.
One come out once in a while.
Did you order that light yet, by the way?
Not yet. I gotta order that light.
It was $9.
Holy shit, our cookie's dry.
Drink
Drink
to
Drink to that.
I got it.